Life is a long road filled with moments that shape us and teach us who we are. Sometimes we walk in the sunlight, feeling the warmth of purpose and direction, but other times we wander through darkness, unsure of where we are going, unsure if the path even exists. The world around us becomes quiet and heavy, and we start to question everything we thought we knew. We question our worth, our dreams, our purpose, and even the reason we wake up each morning. Yet it is in those silent hours, in those dark corners of uncertainty, that we find the raw material of our strength, because growth never comes wrapped in comfort. It comes in storms and silence, in tears and solitude. It comes when we have nothing left but the will to stand again and start over. Life has a way of testing us when we least expect. It will take away things we thought we could never live without. It will challenge the beliefs we held tightly. It will break our routines, our hearts, and sometimes even our sense of identity. But it does this not to destroy us, rather to rebuild us, to reshape us into something we could never become without those trials, because pain is not the enemy. Pain is a teacher. And though its lessons are harsh, they are the lessons that carve depth into our soul. They remind us that we are alive, that we can feel, that we still have the capacity to change and rise. The human spirit is like fire. It burns brightest when surrounded by darkness. When the winds of adversity blow, it does not go out, it dances harder. It reaches higher, searching for air, searching for freedom. Every one of us carries a spark, a light that no amount of struggle can truly extinguish, though the world may try to dim it with disappointment, rejection, failure, and loss. The light remains waiting, quietly, for us to remember that we are the source of it, not the world, not the validation of others, not the achievements or possessions, but the silent power within that says, I will not give up. We'll try again, I will rise again. Sometimes we think that success is a straight line, that we move from point A to point B with steady progress. But the truth is, life moves in circles and spirals. It moves forward, then backward, then sideways. It moves in ways we cannot predict or control. And that is the beauty of it. The uncertainty is what keeps us alive. Because if we knew every answer, if we knew every ending, we would stop growing. We would stop feeling. We would stop being curious about who we could become. It is the not knowing that keeps us searching. It is the searching that keeps us alive. We spend so much of our lives trying to be perfect, trying to please everyone, trying to prove ourselves worthy of love, of respect, of belonging. But what if we stopped? What if we just allowed ourselves to be human, to make mistakes, to fail, to fall apart, sometimes to cry, to rest, to start over without shame? What if we realized that perfection was never the goal? The goal was authenticity, to be real, to be raw, to be alive, to live each day as an honest reflection of who we are, not as a performance for others, but as a journey for ourselves. Each morning when you wake up, you are given a new chance, a blank page, a moment to choose again. Maybe yesterday was heavy. Maybe you failed. Maybe you lost your patience, your hope, your belief. But today is different. Today is untouched. It is a gift, and within it lies infinite possibilities. Maybe today you take just one small step forward. Maybe today you forgive yourself. Maybe today you decide to try again. Maybe you choose peace over perfection, growth over guilt, presence over pressure, because life is not measured by how much we achieve, but by how much we awaken, by how deeply we learn to see ourselves and others with compassion. There are moments when the world feels too loud, too fast, too cruel, and in those moments it is okay to pause, to breathe, to retreat for a while, to remember that silence is not emptiness. It is space for renewal. It is where the soul whispers what the noise tries to hide. It is in stillness that you remember who you are, that you reconnect with your truth and your strength. You are not behind. You are not lost. You are simply unfolding, becoming, shedding the layers of who you were, so you can grow into who you are meant to be. Every wound you carry has a story behind it. Every scar is proof that you faced something that tried to break you, and you survived it. You stood up again when the world told you to stay down. Those marks are not weaknesses, they are symbols of resilience. They are the pages of your transformation. You did not come this far just to give up. Now you came this far to rise, to keep moving, to keep believing that something inside you is stronger than what you are going through, and it is. Sometimes healing does not look like joy. It looks like stillness. It looks like silence. It looks like choosing not to run from your pain, but to sit with it, to understand it, to ask what it is trying to teach you. Healing is not a straight road. It is messy, it is slow. It requires patience and compassion and faith. But with every small act of love you, show yourself, you move closer to peace, closer to freedom, closer to becoming whole again. There will be days when you doubt your worth, when you feel invisible, when it seems like the world does not see your effort, but you must remember that worth does not need validation. It does not need applause. It does not need recognition. Worth is inherent. You were born with it. It is not something that can be taken from you. It is who you are, and even when no one sees you, even when no one claps for you, your journey still matters. Your light still matters. You are still becoming, and that is enough. In life, you will meet people who inspire you and people who test you. You will experience moments that lift you and moments that break you, but through it all, you are learning. You are growing. You are finding out what really matters, what really lasts, and what you truly value. And somewhere along the way, you begin to realize that the purpose of life is not to have everything, but to appreciate everything. It is not to reach perfection, but to live with presence. It is not to never fall, but to rise each time you do. The truth is, no one has it all figured out. We are all walking each other home. We are all trying to make sense of this strange and beautiful thing called being alive. And the best we can do is to be kind to ourselves and to others, to show compassion when it is hardest to show, to listen when someone needs to be heard, to forgive when it hurts, to let go when it is time, and to love even when it feels risky, because love is the thread that holds the world together. And when you live with love, you never truly lose. So when you find yourself standing at the edge of doubt, remember that you have been here before and you made it through. Remember the storms that you thought would never end, and yet here you are, still breathing, still fighting, still hoping. You have already proven your strength. You have already shown your courage. Now it is time to trust yourself, to trust that the same power that brought you through yesterday will carry you through today and beyond. Do not rush your journey. Do not compare your path with others. There is no timeline for healing, no finish line for becoming. You are not late. You are right on time, and every experience, every moment, every step is part of your unfolding. Some seasons are for growing, others are for resting, some are for learning, and some are for letting go. All are necessary. All are sacred. All are shaping you in ways you cannot yet see. The light you are searching for has always been within you. It was never lost, only forgotten. And when you finally quiet the noise of the world, when you finally stop trying to be someone else, you will hear it again, that gentle whisper that says, you are enough. You always have been. You always will be. Your story is still being written, and the best chapters are yet to come.